Hey traders, Raghee here, and in this update we're going to revisit the conversation that we had last week about Tesla. And yes, if you're taking a look at Tesla intraday on the 5-minute chart, you can see the hourly price movement ranges that I have and how we just continue to trend lower in a double red downtrend throughout the bulk of the day. Well, this is great if you were day trading, but our conversation last week was about the daily time frame and the post-split opportunity that I was focused on and still am. So let's review really quickly. We have the pre-split run-up. We have the high that was put in during this pre-split run-up. We have the pullback that began before the split, and we have even more of a pullback as expected. This is when I say as expected, gang, I'm not trying to be a crystal ball, trying to guess at where the markets are going without any evidence. The evidence here is most of the time after a split, whatever stock, not just Tesla, whatever stock tends to pull back approximately 10% from the highs. And that would land us at about 283, if you recall from that video. And then our 200 propulsion, our 200 is sitting around 278. So in that 5-point range, that's where I'm looking for Tesla to sort of settle down and start looking like a buy. In the meantime, we've seen that the market structure has gone from what was a double green uptrend now to neutral. Does this change the setup? Well, there's a couple things I really like here because, again, we don't know what we're going to be dealing with until we get there. So here we are. We're here now. And now I'm going to take a read on the market structure, which has gone neutral. Gang, Charles Dow over 100 years ago talked about respect the trend that was, is sort of my paraphrasing of it. When an uptrend that's a fairly established one, this has been in an uptrend for nearly all of August, transitions to neutral. Yes, we've lost the traction and the power of a trend. Okay, this market has, yes, agreed, lost a little bit of its swagger, but the directional bias is still bullish. So rather than calling this an uptrend, we have a choppy market with a bullish bias or bullish chop. That's how easy it is to use either the trade flags or the multi-trend to say, hey, we're in chop, but the trend that preceded was up. Another thing that's working out really nicely for us is in the interim, our slow stochastic is heading closer to our low or 20 level, which in the context of a chop is then oversold and is actually support. Excellent. So if that support kicks in this area, and you can see we also have a Darvis. Now these are automated levels, gang. We have a Darvis level coming in around this same area, right in there. This is all lining up pretty darn well for maybe an inside day tomorrow, maybe a minor low. I'm going to lean towards an inside day because we rallied back above the 200 propulsion before the close, and this is going to be something I'll be looking at for a buy. All right, now why are we talking about Tesla in a futures video? Because Tesla is heavily weighted in the XLY, and the XLY is heavily weighted in the NASDAQ. And it's more setups like this where I can either go top down, NASDAQ, XLY, Tesla, or I can go bottom up and say, look, Tesla is a relative outperformer. So if I want to get long a corner of the NASDAQ, sure, I could look at XLY, right? Or I could look at a relative outperformer within the XLY, which really is here, Tesla, which is pulled back the way that we were expecting it to after the split. So it's working in a way that has that is in line with what we would expect after the split. So no surprises, which is great. Definitely something to keep an eye on. This might be the better way to take advantage of a relative outperforming stock within a pretty robust pullback with the very sudden and needed, quite frankly, adjustment to a higher Fed funds rate come December, a 1/4 point higher. By the way, gang, all this pullback in the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow, this is because we're factoring in, we're discounting in a 1/4 point more in terms of the peak target rate from J. Powell and company. All right, hope that helps, and I'll see you in the next update. Hey traders, Raghee from Simpler Trading. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like and a comment below. And remember, subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll get notified of the next update. And when you're ready to join me for live trading, be sure to head on over to simplertrading.com. I'll see you in the next update.